Why is Samsung putting titanium in its new foldable phones? That's the question people are asking after news came out that the upcoming Galaxy Z Fold 7 and Samsung's new trifold phone will use titanium for the backplate. It's not just for looks. There's a solid reason behind this move, and it's all about making foldables thinner and more durable. First, what is the backplate? The backplate is a support part that sits between the foldable screen and the hinge. It doesn't have any gears or moving parts, but it gives structure to the phone and makes sure the foldable display and hinge can work properly. It's a key part of foldable phones, but not something you usually hear much about. So why is titanium being used? Titanium is very strong and lightweight, but it's also harder to process than other metals. Until now, Samsung mostly used carbon, fiber-reinforced plastic CFRP, or stainless steel SOS in the Z Fold series. But with more users asking for thinner and lighter foldable phones, titanium seems like the perfect fit. Samsung already tested this material in the Galaxy Z Fold SE, a slim foldable phone released last year. That phone didn't support the S Pen stylus, so Samsung removed the digitizer, the thin part that allows the phone to detect a stylus. That digitizer alone was about 0.3 millimeters thick per side. Removing it shaved off 0.6 millimeters from the total thickness. As a result, the Galaxy Z Fold SE was 10.6 millimeters thick when folded, compared to 12.1 millimeters for the Z Fold 6. That's a noticeable difference. By combining no digitizer and a titanium backplate, Samsung managed to make it slimmest foldable yet. So now, for the Galaxy Z Fold 7, Samsung seems to be following the same idea. The company is expected to remove the digitizer again, which means no S Pen support. That may disappoint some users, but for others, a thinner and lighter phone is more important. Titanium is not just thinner. It also makes the phone feel more premium and stronger. So it's a trade-off between stylus features and a slimmer design. What about future stylus support without a digitizer? It's something Samsung is working on. Other companies like Apple already use styluses with built-in batteries to work without a digitizer. Samsung's display team has been developing similar tech with a company called High Deep, but it looks like it's not ready yet for the Z Fold 7 or the new trifold model. And what about the Galaxy Z Flip 7? That model, Samsung's smaller clamshell style, foldable, will not get the titanium backplate. It will continue using stainless steel, SUS, like before. That's because the Z Flip series has never supported stylus input, so the need to change the backplate or remove the digitizer doesn't apply. Leaks around the upcoming iPhone 17 Air have just dropped, and the big talking point is a tiny battery. Yes, you heard that right. Apple is reportedly putting a 2800 mAh battery inside the iPhone 17 Air. That's not just small, it's smaller than the already tiny 3900 mAh battery found in the Samsung Galaxy S25 Edge. This new iPhone 17 Air is set to replace the current Plus model, but instead of offering more power or longer battery life, Apple seems to be chasing a slimmer and lighter design. According to the leak, the iPhone 17 Air will be just 5.5 millimeters thick and weigh only 145 grams. To compare, the Galaxy S25 Edge is 5.8 millimeters thick. So sure, Apple's phone is thinner, but is it really worth it? The trade-off here is obvious. Thinner phone, shorter battery life. And this is something users have been complaining about for years. They want more battery, not less. It feels like we're going backwards. There have been whispers that Apple might use a denser battery to try and make up for the small size. But that's just a rumor for now. And honestly, it doesn't seem very likely. What's more realistic is that Apple will push battery cases as the solution, just like they sold USB-C dongles after removing the headphone jack. The problem? If you buy one of those battery cases, the phone will no longer be thin, which totally cancels out the main reason Apple is making the phone this slim in the first place. It's like buying a sports car and then towing a trailer behind it every day. What's the point? Now, Apple also plans to use something called Apple Intelligence to help extend battery life. Basically, they want to train artificial intelligence using real-world data from thousands of users. The goal is to optimize which apps run when to save energy. In theory, this could help, but in reality, AI-based battery saving hasn't exactly blown anyone away yet. So don't count on this feature to make a huge difference, at least not right away. This move feels a bit familiar. Samsung did something similar with the Galaxy S25 Edge, and it didn't really land well with users. Many people are still asking why Samsung released that phone at all, and now it looks like Apple is walking straight into the same trap. Sure, the iPhone 17 Air might look sleek, it might feel light in your hand, but when your battery dies halfway through the day, will that even matter? It seems like both Apple and Samsung are stuck chasing ultra-thin designs, even when users clearly care more about longer battery life. And while design does matter, it shouldn't come at the cost of basic functionality. A dead phone, no matter how thin, is still a useless phone. We'll have to wait and see what Apple officially reveals when the iPhone 17 Air launches. But based on everything we know so far, it's shaping up to be a phone that looks good, but might not keep up with your daily needs. If you want to stay in the loop as more leaks and official info come out, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. We break down the real pros and cons so you know what's actually worth your money. Have you ever imagined an iPhone that folds like a book, blending Apple's signature style with a brand new design? For years, the idea of a foldable iPhone sounded like something from a sci-fi story, but now it's becoming a reality. Recent leaks and insider information reveal that Apple is preparing to launch a foldable iPhone, and this isn't just a one-off device. Apple plans to make it a regular part of their lineup, just like their regular iPhones. This foldable iPhone won't be a niche product or a limited edition. Sources say it will be Apple's most premium model, even more exclusive and expensive than the current Pro Max versions. Some experts believe that in the coming years, this foldable iPhone could become the flagship device, replacing the Pro Max as the top-tier model. Apple's plan is bold, but the company has a history of pulling off big changes in the smartphone world. If you're worried it might be another iPhone mini or Plus, phones that Apple quietly stopped making after well, don't be. The foldable iPhone is expected to receive yearly updates, just like Samsung's Galaxy Z Fold series. Apple aims to improve it every year, making it better and more refined over time. But why has Apple waited so long to jump into foldable phones? When competitors like Samsung, Oppo, and Google have already released theirs? The answer is simple. Apple wants perfection. They've spent years working on the design to fix problems that other foldable phones still struggle with, like the crease in the screen. Apple isn't interested in launching just another foldable phone. They want to create something that feels smooth, beautiful, and convincing enough to win over even the most skeptical users. Many believe that Apple's entrance into the foldable market could spark renewed excitement. Foldable phones have lost some popularity in recent years, with sales slowing and interest fading. But Apple has a reputation for turning technology into must-have products. If they get it right, this foldable iPhone could bring a fresh wave of excitement and energy to foldable smartphones everywhere. The release date is still unclear. Some reports say the foldable iPhone will arrive in 2026 alongside the iPhone 18, while others expect it to launch in 2027, marking the 20th anniversary of the first iPhone. Apple might even introduce a new all-glass iPhone Pro around the same time to make the event even more special. One thing is certain. Apple isn't just testing the waters with this device. The foldable iPhone is meant to stay and become a core part of their product lineup. Of course, Apple will face stiff competition. Samsung's Galaxy Z Fold 7, Google's Pixel 9 Pro Fold, and Oppo's Find N5 are already established foldables with strong features, attractive designs, and some even offer advanced AI capabilities ahead of Apple's current software. Apple's challenge will be to stand out in a market that's becoming more crowded and competitive.